snowstorm we're getting here. Windshield wipers doing a good job keeping the window clear. Yeah, it works well. It's really cool having three wheels. So many speed and stabilization issues don't need to worry about anymore. It's awesome. Driver learning to drive in the snow. He's got to learn sometime. Good practice. Yeah, so I mean, Wiper does a really great job of keeping the snow out of the window. Snowing pretty good. Yeah, there we go. So it's kind of wet. There's snow. It's probably like -1 or something right now. But it's supposed to be quite a storm tonight. Up in the passes, they're expecting like somewhere between 30 to 40 centimeters between now and tomorrow afternoon, I think. By tomorrow afternoon down here, it'll probably turn to like either, sleet or rain or something, but not before it get another like 10 to 15 centimeters. It's going to be pretty wild. Okay, good night. Well, it's pretty wet, but it's compact snow. These studded tires are doing very nicely. Snow's not quite deep enough to plow, but it doesn't matter because I'm rolling well anyway. Man, I can't believe I actually managed to get this plow to work. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Kootenay and Beyond. My name is Brandon, and this is episode 4 of Veemo SE. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of winter footage that you just saw, and probably wondering where's the rest and what's been going on the past few months, and why has there not been too many videos? So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so after the last video, my particular part of the world here only received one more major snowstorm, and I had to work that day. And then by the time I had finished work, we had a bit of a heat wave come through behind the storm, and it turned into wet snow, and then it turned into rain, and there wasn't really great opportunity to demonstrate the latest version of the snowplow. So I'm afraid that's it for winter 25-26, and you'll have to wait until next winter, 26-27. However, I do have some good news. I have here beside me the latest version of the Veemo snowplow, aka the snow shredder. This would be the Mark III. So yeah, let's take a look. And here we are. This is the lovely, glorious snow shredder Mark III. It's a for those of you who may not have caught the last video, I was working hard on a version of a snowplow that I could attach to the Veemo and would plow snow at speed. This is not this is the A-frame design here. It's not designed to plow snow out of the way like off of a driveway. It's meant to clear snow out of the way at speed, to allow more easier freedom of movement down a trail or road or wherever. So this is it, all of its glory. So this, some of you who saw previous videos notice this is quite a substantial difference from the previous design. The Mark 1 and 2 were a beautiful idea, but kind of inevitably doomed to fail. The front of the plow, the head, I had designed to be light so that it would kind of skim across the surface of the road or sidewalk or trail or whatever, and the frame would be a little more heavy duty. However, inevitably it turned out that with this particular A-frame design, especially with these metal pieces at the bottom, it was never going to work. And so the conclusion was, I had made the head, it was simultaneously too light to move snow effectively, too fragile, while at the same time being too heavy to you know, suspend it or anything like that. So I came up with this new design. It is a basic A-frame design. Got the two scoops, the top piece supported by the lower piece, which is attached to the frame. There's some metal to increase its rigidity and toughness. And what's really interesting about this latest design is, while the previous two versions took me about 12 weekends to design and construct and test and put together, this new design only took me about 3 weekends. So just kind of a interesting note there. I also added this down here. This is a caster wheel. I can't remember who it was in one of the previous videos that suggested it. You know who you are, so thank you. This turned out to be a really good idea. Spins 360 degrees, so I can go in reverse, it can go sideways, and it just helps support it. And you can tell that the blades sit just a little bit above the road surface. They don't drag right on top. I did that on purpose, just to make it easier to plow with less friction. Now, why did I come up with this new design? Well, it really kind of takes advantage of the Veemo's strengths. It is a 3-wheel trike, so it's stable. I have studded tires for it, to prevent sliding on ice and snow. So I really don't need this to scrape away all the ice and snow in front. I just need to move enough to allow me to get through, as you saw in the previous footage. So how does it work? Much like the previous design, I have this wooden piece here, which sits on top of the frame, the black frame below the seat there. And I have these metal pieces down here, which line up with metal pieces here, and stick a threaded metal tube through here, put some bolts on the end. This allows the plow to flex up and down, which is useful when, you know, some of my bike route I have to go up sidewalks, up the sidewalk ramps and then down the other side. And so this design allows me to do that. It doesn't need to flex a lot, which is a good thing because there's not a lot of ground clearance under the Veemo. I also noticed some issues with, you know, this is quite a long design. So when you turn corners, this the head unit was having trouble keeping up. So I added these rings here. I put a bungee cord around these and attach it to the frame on the front of the Veemo. This allows me to turn freely while keeping the plow centered at the front of the unit, but also allows the plow to move up and down without restriction because the bungee cords just stretch and contract nicely, even in the cold. All right, that's the update on the winter riding and the plow. But now it's spring, and I am very excited to announce that I have gotten the Veemo back, and it's fully upgraded. And so let's go take a look. Okay, here she is. This is the upgraded Veemo SE. Those of you who watched my previous videos would know that I am an early adopter, and the original version of this was a prototype. So it's seen some significant improvements. So let's go take a look here. First and foremost, the most noticeable, the seat. They pulled out the old seat, and this is a brand new design. The front piece, or the seat portion, is much wider and thicker and with higher quality foam. And the backrest is much more comfortable, and it's actually set in the right orientation, and it's much sturdier. So wow, what an improvement. Moving into the back, it's also got a little place down here. Put maybe a tool bag or something. It's even got some straps here. Moving into the back, some of you might remember the original carpet was really just kind of thrown in here. It wasn't very nice. So much improved, fitted carpet, higher quality material with foam backing. So if any water does drip in, not just going into the carpet, it's kind of going into the foam a little bit. which allows for better air circulation and should be able to dry out much more quickly. Moving into the front, we have the new reverse threaded drive shaft pieces to allow adjustment of the toe angle. This was a widely requested item for many early adopters because depending on how it was set, and especially for the heavier riders, the frame was flexing much more than Envo anticipated, which was causing substantial wear and tear on the tires. So they sourced and manufactured new pieces which are now set properly, which should increase the life of the tires and improve ride quality. Now outside here on the front wheel, some of you may remember that there were issues with the wheel bearings and the housing. They were wearing prematurely a little bit because of the incorrect toe angle, but also because there were forces being applied to the bearings from multiple angles, which it was not designed for. So those have now been replaced. Moving to the inside, Envo has replaced the front headlight housing units and made them much sturdier. There was some issues with rattling, and they were flexing all over the place, and just not great. So significant improvement in that. Excellent. Down here inside the frame, this is where the power inverter was housed. The old one has been pulled out and the new one is in. So now we can leave the battery in the bike without the phantom load issue. And I haven't really been riding it that long since it's been upgraded, but like it does feel like there's also been an improvement in efficiency as well. Now down here in the drivetrain area, we have the new and much approved and much appreciated 42 tooth chainring. For those of you who might not know from previous video, the front chainring was a little too small, so while rolling on flat ground or even a slight incline or decline, the motor would be taking the brunt of the work instead of pedaling, even when the rear cassette was on the highest gear. Not very efficient, not that much fun. Might as well just use the throttle if that's what it was. So we asked them to increase the size of the chainring, and it's made a good difference. On the other side of the drivetrain, Envo has very kindly installed a chain guard above the chain here to help keep it in place. That's much appreciated. And as requested, each bike now comes equipped with its unique serial number, so you can register it properly. And that's a list of all the upgrades made to the Veemo. But now let's get the bike out on the road and see how we can put it to good use. So it's 5:30 on Wednesday. Just finished up work, and it's time to head home. But on the way, I'm gonna stop, get some groceries. Got bonus points today at the local No Frills, so that's the place to be. It's usually 50 or 75 bucks, gets you the points, but today it's 150 points or 150 bucks. So as we know, $150 doesn't quite get you the number of groceries that it used to, but it still gets a fair amount, and it's a little bit much for my regular bike and my panniers. So I planned ahead, and today brought the Veemo. It's also a nice segue for something to get used to. Like I mentioned, I have panniers with my regular commuter bike. The Veemo doesn't come equipped with panniers, so I have to remember to bring my shopping bags, just like they do when you drive. All right, so let's get to it. Okay, mission accomplished. Here's the groceries. Fits nicely into the cargo. All right, let's head home. Okay, so let's take a look. What do we got here? Got a pretty good haul. We got some soups, we got some chips, we got some frozen goods. We have vegetables. Yeah, some good looking vegetables, some tuna, bananas, peanuts. Oh, it's planters or nothing. Some bread, some meat, of course, some treats, pizza, and cheese. Pretty good haul. All in the Veemo. 2.5 shopping bags. What's the final bill here? $153.14. Woo! Not bad.
what did I calculated up to $114, and then I estimated the rest with the fruits and vegetables. Just squeaked over, and I got my 30,000 point bonus. That's $30 in PC points. Thank you very much.
All right, that's all for today's episode. Thanks for watching. Wanted to remind you that this particular version of the Veemo is fully upgraded with all the improvements over the early adopter version is now available for anyone. And I encourage you to check them out. I'll put a link to Envo's website in the description. Now, I don't work for Envo, but I am part of their ambassador program, so I will also include a link for that. If you click on the link, I get a commission, which helps support the channel, and you get 5% off your purchase. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.